Bruce Wayne is not the mask. I was scrolling on the TL and then came across a reel that made me want to make this video right here.
Bruce Wayne is the cosplay. Batman is the real person, and then he puts on this mask, which is Bruce Wayne. It's always sort of liberating when I get to do the Bruce parts, but I feel sort of silly too, because I don't have that mask. I mean, as soon as the mask is on, I'm like, oh, I'm back in my body again.
That was Hamish Linklater, and I probably said his name wrong, and I apologize for that. He's the voice of the Batman in the Caped Crusader show. To see the actor who plays the Batman in such a great show think like this, it kind of hurt my soul, I'm not gonna lie. I hate how common this interpretation has become because it completely mischaracterizes everything Batman is meant to stand for. This idea that Bruce Wayne is the mask and Batman is who he truly is, or Bruce Wayne died in the alleyway. These takes have done irreparable damage to how the general audience views Batman. Batman is genuinely such an amazing character, and at the core of that character is Bruce Wayne, not the other way around. Today I want to talk about my favorite character in fiction, period, and explain away one of the most common misconceptions about the GOAT, Bruce Wayne. Hi, my name is Jeffrey, you're watching Just Jeffrey, welcome back. Do not forget to like and subscribe. There are 3 different people operating in one body that is Bruce Wayne the Batman. Bruce Wayne the persona.
It's billionaire, Vicky. Millionaires are so last year.
The playboy billionaire facade that he puts on for the entire world to see. That ultra charismatic, sometimes dickhead prince of Gotham City.
I want to thank you all for coming here tonight and drinking all of my booze.
Batman, the Caped Crusader, the Dark Knight, the fear in criminals and the hope in civilians. Batman is who Bruce spends most of his time operating as. But this isn't the true Bruce. This is also a persona that he developed in response to his trauma. And number 3 is Bruce Wayne, the real Bruce Wayne.
Does the hurt ever go away?
I wish I could say yes, but it will get better in time. For you. That I promise.
This kind and caring man who above all else cares desperately about the preservation of human life. He believes that there is no one beyond redemption. That Bruce Wayne is the reason that Batman has his no-kill rule. That Bruce Wayne is the reason that no matter how much death and destruction the Joker brings about, he never gives up on him. He never believes that he's beyond redemption. That doesn't come from the Batman persona. That comes from Bruce Wayne, who he is at his core. He is the reason that Batman and Ace go out of their way to go and find a deaf kid's dog when they don't have to. I love this comic issue. Shout out to @Conflicts Panel here on YouTube. He's the one that did the narration and the video that you're gonna see.
After Batman leaves for his morning patrol, Bruce catches a criminal on the run. But after seeing a frightened boy running with his mother, Batman notices them knocking over several posters and soon discovers that the boy had lost his dog. Later, the boy sneaks out of the house again. He walks into the middle of the street and begins drawing the bat symbol on the ground to call Batman. Just then, a truck speeds by. The driver yells for him to move, but since the boy is deaf, he doesn't hear and doesn't notice the truck. At the very last second, Batman appears and saves him. Seeing that Batman really showed up, the boy quickly speaks to him in sign language. Batman replies that everything is fine, also in sign language. The boy then talks about his dog, and Batman pulls the missing poster from his belt, saying he'll go find it. The boy explains that he was playing with his dog earlier, but after he yelled at some gang members, they decided to kidnap the dog and beat him up before taking the dog away. Batman comforts the crying boy and, after taking him home, receives the dog's toy from the boy. Batman then uses it with Ace to track down the kidnappers. Batman finds their hideout. He gives Ace a treat, knocks on the door, and shows the missing dog poster. The moment a criminal points a gun, Batman grabs him through the door and storms inside, quickly taking down the entire gang with Ace's help. Soon after, Ace points to a box. When Batman opens it, he sighs with relief. Inside is the lost puppy. While the police head to the hideout, Batman takes the box to the Batmobile and returns to the boy's house. He rings the bell, and the boy and his mother answer. They are shocked to see Batman standing there, serious as ever, until he opens the box and reveals the puppy, safe and sound, with a rare smile. Overjoyed, the boy asks Batman to wait. He runs to his room, counts his coins, and gives Batman $6, the amount written on the reward poster. Hugging Batman while crying, the boy thanks him, as does his mother through tears. Batman later returns home and pins the boy's missing dog poster on his wall, revealing a mural filled with cards of all the pets he has helped return.
This is such an amazing issue. It shows you exactly the kind of man that Batman truly is. The real Bruce Wayne comes out in the fleeting moments where his guard is down, whether it's around the people that he cares about or he's working towards something that he genuinely cares about. The real Bruce Wayne isn't a persona, it isn't a mask, it isn't that playboy billionaire, it isn't even Batman. The real Bruce Wayne is what makes the Batman mission more than just anger-driven revenge. The real Bruce Wayne is what balances his anger and his goal to prevent anyone from finding themselves in the same predicament that he found himself in as a child, helpless and unable to save the people that he loves. Bruce Wayne is not the mask. This misconception stems from Bruce Wayne putting on a playboy persona. To that, I can see the playboy persona is 100% a mask. That is not the real Bruce Wayne. That's who he pretends to be to the general public for a multitude of different reasons. For example, in Gotham Knights, there's a storyline that follows Bruce Wayne being banned from the Iceberg Lounge, and the entire reason it happened was to create such a distance, such a gap from who Batman is and who people view Bruce Wayne as, so no one would even think to connect the two. Roll the clip.
Video taken before his death has gone viral.
Stop that! Mr. Wayne, you have to leave!
Wayne was known for his colorful antics.
So, that's the video Bruce wanted planted.
He knew how to make a cover story. The footage is supposedly from a GCPD sting operation, exactly when Batman was last fighting Two-Face.
You know, I'd almost forgotten he used to do stuff like this.
The best part is, he did it so often, no one's gonna realize this is from a different night.
As you can see, he puts on the party animal persona so often to completely dissuade anyone from ever connecting him and Batman. But a lot of people just stop there. That is how they view all Bruce Wayne is. Just like the citizens of Gotham, they view Bruce Wayne as just that party animal. So when he becomes the Batman, then there's disconnect here because they see, oh, the serious man that he actually is, that is who he truly is. And yes, you're right, but that isn't just Batman. The real Bruce Wayne is who he is when he's around people he truly cares about, who he becomes in his most vulnerable of moments. One of my favorite moments where you see the real Bruce Wayne, even despite the fact he's in costume, is one of my favorite Batman moments in general. It's from Justice League Unlimited, where you see a dying Ace's reality warping powers go haywire. Because her time is coming to an end, her powers are threatening to kill millions of people around her. And Batman, instead of being the hot-headed fear monster that he's portrayed to be in recent times, equipped with a weapon that would take out Ace if he got close enough to her, given to him by Amanda Waller, he doesn't use it. Instead, he sits beside her. He talks to her until her time is up. Roll the clip.
When she goes, the psychic backlash could kill everyone in range of her powers. That's a distance measured in miles. Take her down before she takes everyone with her.
I'll do it, Shaira. I'm the only one of us Ace knows. She might let me get close enough to use it.
The only way to stop Ace for certain is to kill her.
I got cheated out of my childhood.
I know what that's like.
You do, don't you? You don't have to answer. I read your mind. That's how I knew you weren't going to use Mrs. Waller's weapon on me.
No, I wasn't.
You were going to try and talk me into fixing what I've changed before I die.
Yes.
I'm dying very soon.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Could you stay with me? I'm scared.
He sat with her until her time came. That's the Bruce Wayne I came to know over the years.
You see what I'm saying? This is Batman.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
He could end the life early of this girl and potentially save millions of people. He has no clue if he can even talk her into stopping her powers. But because he cares so much about the preservation of human life, he tries. Despite the fact that she is going to die, she is not going to live regardless. He doesn't kill her because that isn't what he believes in. That doesn't come from the rage-filled vengeance monster that is the Batman. That is Bruce Wayne. And that is who Batman is. Bruce Wayne is what keeps him grounded. He is fear to the criminals of Gotham, but he is also hope to the civilians and people who want to do better, who want to become better. This nuance is so lost nowadays, where Batman is just fear, and more fear. And this is a big reason why I love the Batman 2022, because the entire movie serves as a lesson to Batman that he has to become something more than just fear to the civilians of Gotham. He has to become hope.
We're starting to see now. I have had an effect here, but not the one I intended. Vengeance won't change the past, mine or anyone else's. I have to become more. People need hope, to know someone's out there for them. can't destroy us, even after the physical wounds have healed. But if we survive them, they can transform us. They can give us the power to endure and the strength to fight.
Out of every live action Batman movie, for this simple reason, I say the Batman 2022 understood the character of Batman the most. And I know what some of y'all are thinking, I already beat you to the punch. There are clips like the one from Batman Beyond, where Bruce Wayne insinuates that he doesn't think of himself as Bruce.
The voice kept calling me Bruce. In my mind, that's not what I call myself.
What do you call yourself? Oh yeah, I suppose you would. But that's my name now.
Tell that to my subconscious.
My interpretation of this is Bruce, as we know, has mastered compartmentalization. There's a reason why someone like Martian Manhunter in Batman 2004, someone who can read minds, cannot read what Bruce Wayne is truly thinking.
Read my mind now.
What?
You heard me.
You're thinking of a dog you owned as a boy.
Location of the Batcave.
I distinctly saw
A mental image I conjured up to block my real thoughts. Trick I picked up from some Tibetan monks.
One of the things he learned on his 8-year-long training adventure was how to compartmentalize his mind. In the field, he only views himself as Batman, not because that's who he views himself as 100% of the time, but that's how he protects his mind from intrusion. When he's in the field, he only sees himself as Batman, because say he runs into a mind reader, which there are a lot roaming around in the DC universe. All of a sudden, boom, they know a secret identity. I love the Batman 2004. This was my introduction to Batman and the show that made me fall in love with the character of Batman. I made an entire video on it, which you should check out. I personally think it's a great video. I know you'll laugh. I know you'll have a good time. With that being said, it's linked in the description. Anyway, I brought that show up because it did a very good job of showing the 3 different versions of Bruce Wayne. The Batman persona, the Playboy persona, and the man behind it all that we see when he's interacting with his lifelong friend Ethan Bennett, when he's interacting with Alfred.
I'm touched, Alfred.
When he's talking to Robin, when he's talking to Batgirl, when he's talking to the people he cares about, Catwoman too. He's there. That's Bruce Wayne. This show is so underrated, it's crazy. And I personally view myself as so lucky. This is my first introduction to the character of Batman, and I'm blessed, dog. Because they genuinely just got it right. If you know me, I am not the biggest fan of the Nolan movies' take on the character of Batman. I recently rewatched the entire Dark Knight trilogy, so I'm saying this with it fresh on my mind. They are great movies, but man, did Nolan leave a lot to be desired in the Batman department.
I'm Batman.
He was low-key stupid. It started the unfortunate trend of Batman being a bot and not being able to make anything for himself without the help of Lucius Fox.
For flexibility, you'll be lighter, faster, more agile. Perhaps you should read the instructions first.
He didn't understand how a lot of his equipment worked without people spoon-feeding it to him.
Jumping out of an airplane is pretty straightforward.
And what about getting back into the plane?
I'd recommend a good travel agent.
Without it landing.
Is this nigga serious?
Now that's more like it, Mr. Wayne.
He's also just not the world's greatest detective or even a really good detective at all. Like, he spent quite literally the entire movie of The Dark Knight getting outplayed by the Joker. The Joker was 10 times smarter than him in The Dark Knight, and it was crazy. The agent of chaos is a man who, while he has meticulous plans, he's a very smart guy regardless.
I'm an agent of chaos.
He outplayed him the entire movie and it wasn't even close. This guy was so ready and willing to pack it up because he was getting outplayed so bad by the Joker. It was so embarrassing, bro. And worst of all, he never grew into becoming a symbol of hope. In the entire 3-movie trilogy, he never moved past being fear. He remained stagnant, in fact. Not only that, he genuinely tried to retire multiple times during The Dark Knight and tried to pass on the burden of being Gotham's hope onto Harvey Dent.
It's true, hero. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
And eventually, at the end of the movie, he succeeds at that, even though Harvey's not alive. But one thing I will always give credit to these movies about is that they completely understood the 3 different identities of Bruce Wayne, even if they misunderstood Batman. We see the Playboy persona in Batman Begins when he pulls into the hotel that he later buys with his 2 European babes that randomly jump into a fountain, and then he goes and jumps inside the fountain with them. In that same scene, we later see him run into Rachel for the first time since returning to Gotham, and that Playboy persona instantly vanishes. He literally says it himself, and we see the real Bruce.
Bruce?
Rachel?
I'd heard you were back. What are you doing?
Just swimming. Wow, it is good to see.
You were gone a long time.
No,
Job's getting worse.
can't change the world on your own.
What choice do I have when you're too busy swimming?
Rachel, all this, it's not me. inside, I am more.
I love it because that shows exactly what I'm talking about. I love this scene so much because it proves the entire thesis of this video. And that's what I'll always give Nolan credit for. He understood Bruce Wayne and he understood who he is in reference to Batman. We see what he appears to as the world. He's low-key a jackass who has way too much money, who can just go out of his way to buy a hotel because he's getting kicked out of it. Who can do that? This guy's a goat.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave. It is not a question of money.
You see, I'm buying this hotel and setting some new rules about the pool area.
But that playboy persona, as soon as he meets Rachel, it goes away instantly. And he's even telling her, this isn't who I truly am.
I am more.
Because he knows he's just putting up a front. He knows he's putting up an act. The real him is Bruce Wayne still. Bruce Wayne is the driving force behind Batman. And that's why I appreciate what Nolan did here when it comes to Batman and Bruce Wayne. Even if I think that Batman wasn't done that well. And for the third person, of course, we see Batman throughout the movies. Again, I think there was a lot left to be desired in terms of what Nolan did with Batman. But Nolan did understand something that Bruce Timm seemingly does not. Bruce Wayne isn't the mask. He is the person behind the mask that gives reason for what the mask does. Batman is an extension of this person in the same way that the playboy persona is. These two identities that he has are fronts to protect the real Bruce Wayne, to protect the person that he is around the people he cares about. That is Batman. That is Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is not the mask. Batman is, and you will never be able to change that. That's all I have for you today. I really wanted to talk about this after seeing that clip because honestly, it's become such a common interpretation of Batman that's a little bit sad for me to see at this point. It removes a lot of the nuance that makes Bruce Wayne an interesting character. It reduces him to, my parent died, I be bad, I beat people up. But he is so much more than that. A man who in his daily life puts millions upon millions of dollars into the streets of Gotham, trying to better the city, trying to fix the crime, trying to fix the corruption. But at the core of Gotham is something so evil, so corrupt that no amount of money, whether it's from his father before him or his own philanthropic endeavors, will ever heal Gotham. Gotham needs Batman the same way that Bruce needs Batman. They complete each other. Thank you so much for watching. I love Batman. He is my favorite fictional character, period. So I love getting the chance to talk about him and his world. Please let me know in the comments below what other misconceptions you hate about Batman or anything you'd be interested in hearing me talk about. I'd love to hear from you. Whether it's comics, anime, video games, it don't matter. Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please comment your thoughts. Whether you agree or disagree with me, I'll be happy to talk about it. Maybe I missed an example that shows these three personas that you're very fond of. Let me know in the comments below. Alright, bye y'all.